Hey, this is Carlton. I'm here on my way back from testifying at the Judicial Merit Selection Commission. So, you can watch it. It went on for about 2 hours. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of stuff that needs to be reformed with the Judicial Merit Selection Commission. The process. One of the processes that I've noticed, the Judicial Merit Selection Commission does not even play by court rules. Well, what do you mean by that, Carlton? Well, in court rules, so pretend as filing a complaint with the Judicial Merit Selection Commission, I'm filing a complaint with the court. Okay, what do they allow you when you file a complaint? Okay, they allow the other party to respond. Okay, that's fine. So the judge responded to our complaint. Did they give us the judge's response to respond back? No, they did not. So that's one correction that needs to be made. When a judge is going up for reappointment and there are complaints, and the complainant files a complaint, then the judge gives an answer to that complaint. That answer needs to be given to the complainant to actually respond back, just like in court. That's one issue. Another issue is, if you watch this, the Judicial Merit Selection Commission's attorney acted as the judge's lawyer, was grilling me, and I get it. And then the other thing, the biggest issue that you will see in the Judicial Merit Selection Commission is this was by design, by the way. They had Luke Rankin literally took, they started questioning me, and then when I went to read my response, I made sure not to make it the same as my complaint, so I could read it, because that's one of their rules. Oh, and by the way, think about this for a second. Let's go back to court rules. When a complainant files a complaint and the respondent responds, this is absolutely crazy. The lawyers on both sides are not limited to not say anything that are in the affidavits. The Judicial Merit Selection Commission sent me an email that whatever's in your affidavit, you cannot say on the record out loud. That's by design, because now that this thing is being recorded and blasted to to everybody. Before it was just transcripts. Oh, and a court reporter would do the transcript. You know, this is another issue in family court. It needs to be recorded. This thing, I mean, we're in 2025. Do we really need a court reporter? And by the way, can you trust a court reporter? That's in question. Who's the court reporter work with all the time? Oh, the court and the judge. We need our family courts to be recorded. But let's go back to the whole Judicial Merit Selection Commission, just to watch the process. I learned a lot. And one of the things you'll watch, this was by design, they shut my mom down, they shut my dad down from reading their full prepared statements. Like, who does that? I mean, if in a court of law, somebody is put on the stand and sworn in like we were sworn in, and they say, oh, I have a statement I'd like to read into the record, they will allow that. But in the Judicial Merit Selection Commission, negative. And I made my point. My point was, and they can say, oh, the judge did this and that. The lawyer, Jessica Partain, said there is no way that the judge read the record and the stuff that we gave, or he wouldn't have made the decision. And he only made the decision correctly, and the second time I went in front of him, he made that decision the right decision, because I was able to point out to him that these people were lying. They literally said I threatened the court with a firearm and tried and had me restrained from my child's every person in the school, everybody. I mean, it's hogwash. And this is a high school educated guardian. No more education than that, and is in charge of destroying lives in South Carolina. This is a huge issue. And by the way, I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face. I am the only qualified candidate for District 115. If you want true judicial reform of the Judicial Merit Selection Commission, I am the one who's been testifying since 2021. And this thing, hey, Ron Reddy, I 100% believe you got that endorsement wrong. Endorsing my primary opponent was a bad decision. And hey, you know, we'll debate that later. But I am the most qualified candidate for James Island, Johns Island, Kiowa, Seabrook, and Folly. And if you want somebody that will not only not scared to go after corruption and not scared to fight for you, I'm asking for your vote. I need your money to help with this campaign. Now, let's go back. I'm going to do a little recap. That was the experience today. And as I'm sitting here watching this unfold, it reminded me of last time they did the same thing. It's all by ambush. And right now we have lawyer-legislators literally selecting judges that they practice in front of. And these judges are making sure these lawyers make money. In my case, it was over $860,000 in legal fees. So, do you think they're going to change or get rid of the judges that are putting that kind of money in their pockets? Absolutely not. And one of the craziest things was, and my mom pointed this out, they asked the judge, "Oh, so how do you do this all day and then go home?" "Well, I get to go home to my family and I get to recharge." Well, that's great. But guess what? We don't get to go home to our family. And a temporary order in South Carolina, a judge's temporary order, and he even said it on the record. "Oh, Rule 59, motion to reconsider. I don't have to grant that." That should be a damn law. If somebody requests a motion to reconsider, then the judge needs to give that person another 15 or 30-minute hearing to make sure the record is straight. And because I know for a fact, I would have pointed out how these people lied about me, and I had the evidence, and now going back, they asked me a question right on, and it was, hey, I'll give them credit, man, they were slick. They asked me a question, was there anything else that wasn't in the record that was left out? And now that I started thinking about it, I'm like, absolutely, there absolutely was. And there was stuff that I wanted to present to the judge that he had not seen. So, but because it's a temporary order, they don't have to do anything. Well, temporary orders in family court last 2 to 3 to 4 years. That's not temporary. And you're talking a minor child's life when you do 2, 3, 4 years. That is, think about it. That is a huge percentage of their life. At the time, my child, when this happened, was 10 years old. And 4 years. Dude, that is 40% of her lifetime that I have missed. This is why, and I firmly 100% believe God anointed me to go through this as a 4th-generation veteran, knowing my resolve. And somebody told me, I was talking to a lawyer friend today as we were riding up, and he said, "Hey, you know, family court's designed to make you give up." And I said, "Well, you know what? They didn't know this guy, because that is not an option. And I want your vote. I need your vote. And that would be nice if you'd stop doing that. But anyway, I need your vote and I want your vote. So we can change all this. I'm the most experienced guy in the judicial system. Roads. Do you want the roads fixed in James Island, Johns Island, Kiowa, Seabrook, and Folly, and SCDOT fixed? By the way, judicial reform is a 91% of the people in South Carolina want that. And I bet you the roads, 100% of the people want the roads fixed correctly. So this is Carlton. I'm out of here. Go to votecarltonwalker.com, and we are going to change the Judicial Merit Selection Commission. And I hope you give me your vote coming up this June and put me in office. and get this stuff done. Because, by the way, I'm gonna mention this: the incumbent argued with me at the Judicial Ad Hoc Committee meeting why lawyer-legislators should continue to be able to select judges. That is a conflict of interest. And by the way, the General Assembly of the House and Senate should not be picking any of the Judicial Merit Selection Commission. We need to make it where the governor's office selects the Judicial Merit Selection Commission. And I'm not going to get into all the details on how to fix that since they have 12 members on it. But there's a lot of things that we could do that would make putting the power back into people's hand. And one thing is jury trials in family court. And we're going to push to hold these judges accountable. Because right now you can't. You can't. You go in front of the Judicial Merit Selection Commission with legitimate complaints, they will ambush you. They will not let you speak. I mean, and there is no accountability, man. There's none. And they're slick. These lawyers that are on that thing, they're slick, man. They are getting literally rich off of these judges. So this is Carlton. I'll talk to you later.